Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Karina Indrawati, and today I would like to present about my research proposal entitled Thesis Writing Anxiety Student Strategy. But before that, I would like to say thank you to both of my advisors, Mem Umiati Jawas Ph.D. and Mem Liskinasih M.Pd, and to all my dearest friends who are now watching this video and participating in my online proposal seminar. Okay, I'm going to discuss about Chapter 1 Introduction, which covers the background of the study, the research question and objectives, the scope and limitation of the study, significance of the study, and definition of key terms. Background of the study. Background of the study usually talks about the overall content of what this study will like. It includes and focuses only to the topics that the researcher wanted to investigate it or wanted to be finding out the answers to. The topic that I choose in this study is that writing anxiety. Thesis writing anxiety. Why writing? The reason why I choose writing is that I think writing is crucial in language learning, especially if you're learning foreign language like English. And it is a complex process, moreover, in foreign language writing. And it is an essential skill to be mastered for all academic students. And then why anxiety? For recent decades, researchers and practitioners have long aware that anxiety usually associated with foreign language learning, including writing itself, and it could happen to some EFL or ESL students, and having this particular anxiety could prone in resulting negative outcomes. Why thesis writing anxiety? In Indonesia, for passing a bachelor degree or S1, we need to compose a scientific project called thesis or skripsi in Indonesian. And this is a mandatory requirement for passing a degree. And there must be several difficulties during the process of writing the thesis itself. That is why I would like to gain deeper information about this particular topic. And then previous studies. There are some previous studies that I have read and learned, but I have narrowed it down to these major 3 previous studies that have has a more relationship with my study. First is Dwi Handini et al. In 2013. Their study is focused on finding out the factors affecting undergraduate students' difficulty in writing thesis in English department of Mahasaraswati, and the result revealed that there are some factors that could affecting the student for having this type of anxiety, which is lack of confidence, having prior knowledge to thesis topic and linguistic factor. And then from Wahyuni and Umam in 2017, the title is an analysis on writing anxiety of Indonesian EFL college learner. From their study, it is found that more than half of their participants or their subject of their study having cognitive writing anxiety, which deal with negative perception of their outcome in English writing. And then the last one from Kusumaning Putri, Ningsih, and Wisasongko in 2018, second language writing anxiety of Indonesian EFL student found out that the major type of writing anxiety that in college students have is that cognitive anxiety. Based on the previous studies, I am aware that English education university students are facing particular challenge in English writing, and numerous previous studies concern only on essay writing class. And To fill this gap, this current study will not only investigate the cause, level, and type of writing anxiety, but also the strategies that the student use or implement during their thesis writing. And the research questions are: what are the causes of thesis writing anxiety of the students who are working on their thesis? What types of writing anxiety do they experience during thesis writing? And the last, what are their strategies to reduce their thesis writing anxiety? Based on this research question, the main aims of this research are: first, to investigate the causes of thesis writing anxiety of students who are working on their thesis, to investigate the types of writing anxiety do they experience during thesis writing, and to find out their strategies to reduce their thesis writing anxiety. Scope and limitation of the study. This study focuses on finding the student causes and levels and type of writing anxiety and their strategies to reduce it while they are writing their thesis. Also, this study has limitation. The study limits only to students majoring in English education year 2016, and they are now in their 8th semester at University at Kanjuruhan, Malang. Significance of the study. The result of this study is expected to give contribution and information in both theoretical and practical side. Theoretically, the result of this research is expected to give a contribution in understanding what are the causes of foreign language writing anxiety in EFL students who are currently working on their thesis. And practically, the result of this study would be useful to all academic students and practitioners to open their acknowledgement about thesis writing anxiety and strategies to deal with it. Implementing or using a matching strategy will make their thesis writing easier. And then the last, definition of key terms. Definition of key terms. First is EFL or ESL student. EFL is that English as foreign language student, which is those who are learning English in a non-English speaking countries. And then to ESL student is that the students who learn English in the country where English is used as the first or second language. And then writing anxiety. Writing anxiety is a term to define a combination of belief, feeling, and behaviors that interfere a person's ability to start on, work on, and finishing a writing task. And then the last is thesis writing. Thesis writing is a formal piece of academic papers that includes the background of the study, the literature review, the research method, the data display, and the conclusion itself of the research. In Indonesia, making a thesis or scriptsy is a mandatory requirement for passing or getting a S1 degree. Okay, next we are moving to chapter 2, which is research method, which cover the research design, research setting, data source, research instrument and data collection technique, data analysis, data validity, research procedure. The first one is research design. The research design that I'm going to employ in this study is that explanatory mixed method design with participant selection model. The figure shows that the first phase is that quantitative data collection followed by qualitative data collection. Quantitative data collection will be followed with quantitative data analysis and quantitative results, and then qualitative participant selection, which I am going to select a criteria for participant for a follow-up qualitative study. And then after that, qualitative data collection followed by qualitative data analysis, which resulting to have qualitative result, and then after that, The last will be interpretation from quantitative data result to qualitative data results and drawing conclusion. Research setting. The research location will be conducted at University of Kanjuruhan Malang, Jalan S. Supriyadi 48, Sukun Malang, East Java. And the research subject is that 8th semester student who majoring in English education and now currently working on their thesis writing. Since the population of 8th semester students who currently working on their thesis are not that many, so I decided to administer two of my questionnaires to all of them, which resulting that there is no population and sample in this study. And then the data source. The data source of this study is mainly from primary data source from which obtained from 2 questionnaires and interview session. And research instrument and data collection technique. In this current study, the instrument that I use is 2 questionnaires and interview guideline. For the questionnaire, the first questionnaire is Causes of Second Language Writing Anxiety Inventory, or CSLWAI. It is developed by Rizai and Javari in 2014, and this questionnaire is developed to find out what are the major causes of writing anxiety on English education students during thesis writing. This inventory is a form of a questionnaire with 10 statements or items in the questionnaire, which ranging like Likert scale from 1 strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. And then the second questionnaire is Second Language Writing Anxiety Inventory, or SLWAI, by Cheng 2004. This instrument is to measure the level and types of writing anxiety of English education students during thesis writing. This also Likert type questionnaire, which has a 5-scale response format from 1 strongly disagree to 5 strongly agree. Both of the questionnaires have been translated to Bahasa Indonesia to avoid misunderstanding regarding the statement within the questionnaire, and both of the questionnaires have been adopted with making some modification by adjusting with the specific context in this study, which is thesis writing. The adopted questionnaires have been validated by expert validator in this study, so it is guaranteed as valid instrument. The modification itself is not entirely changing the essential substance of the questionnaire itself, but it just modify the context of essay writing to thesis writing, which also the thesis writing in this study is also focuses on English writing as well. And then the second instrument that I use is interview guideline. The making of this interview guideline is that I develop the interview guideline based on the research question. There are 3 specific points that need deeper investigation. The first is causes of writing anxiety is based on research question number 1, and the possible question will be about difficulty during thesis writing, provoking factors on writing anxiety, and main source of writing anxiety. And then the second point is the level and type of writing anxiety based on research question number 2. And the possible question will be about the elaboration of the SLWAI participant result and their opinion regarding their questionnaire result. And then the last point that needs deeper investigation is that the strategy to reduce writing anxiety. And the possible questions are about strategies to reduce writing anxiety, improving the process of testing writing anxiety, and possible solution to thesis writing anxiety. And next, data collection technique. Data collection technique that is used in this study are first, administering the questionnaire online. The administration of the questionnaire will be done online web-based survey using Google Form. I think students right now or college students right now are familiar with online survey, and I think it saves a lot of time. And then the second is interview session. This interview session will be conducted after the questionnaire result has been analyzed. And after that, I will select certain criteria of participant for follow-up study. And then the interview session will adjust to participants' hours. Data collection procedure. Since the design of the study is a mixed method sequential explanatory design, there will be two phases or two sequences. The first phase is quantitative phase, where I'm going to distribute the questionnaire and then calculating and analyzing it and then preparing for the interview session. And then for the qualitative phase, I'm going to draft and list the interview question, the possible question for the interview, and then selecting the participants based on criteria, asking for participants' consent and making appointment, and conducting the interview. And then for data analysis, the data analysis will be separated to the quantitative data and qualitative data. For the quantitative data, CSLWAR questionnaire is that I'm going to calculate the result for the questionnaire itself, and then calculating the percentage of each item in the percentage, and the three highest percentage will be determined as the main causes of thesis writing anxiety in 8th semester English student. And then for SLWAI questionnaire, I'm going to calculate total score of SLWAI from each participant, which will reveal the level and types of writing anxiety, and then calculating the mean score of each type of writing anxiety. And then for qualitative data interview, I'm going to do the coding of the transcription text, which I'm going to identify the themes, pattern, and relationship within the transcription text. And then after that, I'm going to drawing a conclusion. The data validity in this study is that I'm going to use expert validator in this study, which is Mem Ayu Liskinasih M.Pd herself, to examine trustworthiness and validity of the data to make sure that the process during the research in terms of instrument, data collection, and data analysis were appropriate and valid. And then the last is research procedure. It includes the preparation stage, which has preliminary study, permission from campus, and arranging the research design. And then after that, the research stage. This stage is where the overall stage of doing the research, from data collection to data display. And then the final stage is I'm going to validate the result of the study to the expert validator, and then writing the final result as thesis. Okay, that's all. Thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you so much for participating in my online thesis proposal seminar. If you have any questions, just comment down below, or you can text me or email me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.